Hello guys, this is Anurag Sharma and I extend my humble namaskar to all of you. Friends, today I am going to discuss about India's relation with its eastern neighbor Myanmar. Myanmar is an East Asian country with a coastline along the Bay of Bengal. It is flanked by India and Bangladesh at its west, China to its north, Laos and Thailand to its east. The Indian states of Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh and Manipur share border with Burma, as Myanmar is officially known as the Republic of the Union of Myanmar and it is also known as Burma. This is a factoid about, a basic factoid about Myanmar. I request you to pause this video and note it down. It is very helpful for various facts and figures about the country. Myanmar, as I told you, it is flanked by India to its west, and the geographical proximity of the two countries has helped to develop and sustain a very cordial relation and has facilitated people to people contact. We share a long border of 1600 kilometers, land border of 1600 kilometers, and maritime border along with in the Bay of Bengal and Andaman and Nicobar Island. A large population of India, approximately around 2 million people, lives in Myanmar. We signed a treaty of friendship with Myanmar in 1951. Both India and Myanmar share a rich heritage of religious, linguistic, and ethnic ties. We have various infrastructure projects which are running in Myanmar, mainly by ONGC, GAIL in energy sector, road and building transport. And I will discuss these projects in detail in the further slides. Uh, See, the India and Myanmar relations are very critical to each other. Myanmar is India's crucial partner in relation to many aspects. Myanmar can play a very important role for South and Southeast Asian Regional Cooperation. How is it so? As you can see in this map in the background, that from Arunachal Pradesh to Mizoram, these four states of our northeastern India, they share a direct land border with Myanmar. We also share the maritime boundary along with the Bay of Bengal. So Myanmar is the direct gateway to have access to these ASEAN countries. I believe every one of you know what is ASEAN. ASEAN is Association of Southeast Asian Nations. So Myanmar is the direct gateway to that. Myanmar is at the heart of Prime Minister Modi's Act East policy. The Act East policy was previously known as Look East policy, and Act East policy is more action oriented to for the same. India seeks a great initiative from Myanmar to enhance its relation with BIMSTEC nation. You know what is BIMSTEC? BIMSTEC stands for the Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. I know it's a long, a long abbreviation, but BIMSTEC nation. So BIMSTEC nation, it comprises of Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. Why BIMSTEC nations are important for India? Why? The basic reason is that because of as you know, there is another group of Asian country which is known as SAARC. All right, Association of South Asian Countries for Regional Cooperation. So, due to the reluctant attitude of Pakistan, there are certain projects which are lagging behind due to Pakistan's negative attitude. So, to handle that, these BIMSTEC, because BIMSTEC countries, major Asian countries minus Pakistan, so their contribution can definitely speed up the promotion of this region. So that is why BIMSTEC nation is very important to India. BIMSTEC consists of 1.5 billion people, roughly around 22%, 21% of the world population, and a GDP of 2.5 trillion. So in that scenario, India seeks a great initiative from Myanmar. BIMSTECs can employ an important role for that. See, Prime Minister Modi's visit was third by an Indian Prime Minister in last 5 years. It was Prime Minister Modi's first bilateral visit, although it was his second visit to the Myanmar. First visit was to attend the ASEAN summit. So this visit came at that time where Myanmar is going through a lot of internal conflicts. I believe every one of you know what is the Rohingya crisis. I'll discuss this Rohingya crisis in later slides as well. So this visit came at a time when the Myanmar government and their state councillor Aung San Suu Kyi, they are facing global criticism for handling this issue, specifically Rohingya Muslims issue. And there is an increasing influence of China's investment in Myanmar, and it is increasingly overshadowing the projects of India in Myanmar as well. As China is giving them everything from weapons to food grain, they are getting. China is selling everything to Myanmar, and it simply shows that how China's trade, energy, and defense ties with Myanmar has surged. See, the China's habit of wooing India's neighbor, India's close neighbor, is very threatening to our country, and so that is why the relationship between India and Myanmar are very crucial. So, what are the various issues which are there in between India and Myanmar? See, the first issue is insurgency issue. Various terrorist groups and they are using Myanmar's land as a hideout against India. Myanmar land is used for various insurgency acts like narco substances, smuggling, and various terrorist activities. I believe you know that these northeastern states which I have mentioned earlier, most of them are alcohol-free nation, and the smuggling of these narco substances is very dangerous to uh, to our country. And moreover, the terrorist activity hideout is it is again it is the Myanmar's land is used by it. So what is happening that, and this is a very serious issue for all of us. And internal conflict, Myanmar is going through its most severe internal conflict because specifically related to Rohingya's crisis. What is Rohingya crisis? Rohingya crisis refers to the mass migration. Around 2 lakh Rohingya Muslims have fled from Myanmar to Bangladesh, to Thailand, India, Indonesia. Well, the conflict between Buddhists and Muslims in the Rakhine province has been simmering for a few years. And in the last week of August, a terrorist group named ASA, which stands for Arkan Rohingya Salvation Army. Sorry for the delay. It's Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army, which launched a major attack on police post in Rakhine state, which led to counter operations from the security forces, and which results in significant casualties in the area. And that is why the Rohingya Muslims are fleeing from that area. Mass migration of this community. The Rohingyas are not legal, they are not citizen of Myanmar. They have no this. Basically, in simple words, we can say Rohingyas are living in a stateless way. They don't have any state which they belong to, and that is the major crisis that Myanmar is facing. And the heat of that crisis is also, we can feel it in India also. Moreover, there are very any investment made by Myanmar, it is vastly overshadowed by China's investment. If India has made an investment of $2 billion, China is making an investment of $6 billion. So it is overshadowing the India's efforts to make a cordial relation with the Myanmar. India usually imports pulses from Myanmar, which too is reducing, seeing into, because we have a uh, uh, bumper production of our pulses, and to protect the interest of our farmers, we have put certain import restriction on pulses. That is why the import from Myanmar of basically of pulses, it has also sharply reduced. And Indian projects in Myanmar, like upgradation of various roads like Tamu Kalema Road, Ritidam Road. There was very important project, that is Kaladan multi-modal transport project. They are getting delayed from years due to the various reasons, and that is why there is a bit of strain in the relationship between India and Myanmar. So these are the basic major issues which our countries are facing. Now, we have seen these issues. Now, how to thaw the relation, means how we can rectify it and how we can improvise the relation. Because as I told you earlier, and I believe you have understood that how important the and how crucial, how critical the relationship between India and Myanmar is. So India can contribute in a great way by contributing in their education sector of Myanmar. Education may range from the basic education like teaching English or teaching basic IT skills to higher education level. Myanmar's IIIT, that Myanmar Institute of Information Technology, which is operating with assistance of Ministry of External Affairs of Government of India and Indian Institute of Information and Technology, Bangalore. It is a very good example that how India can help the Myanmar population with the in the field of education. We can also increase the people-to-people contact by encouraging various organizing cross-border events like border hearts, exhibitions, etc. We need to encourage. You see, the northeast region of our country and Myanmar, we share very rich heritage, and there is very common heritage and ethnicity of these two areas. So, if we should also encourage the people-to-people contact, so that there is more people contact, and it will definitely lead to cordial relationship with the country. We should also try to include Myanmar into SAARC. This is my personal opinion, but I believe that it will go a long way. Right now Myanmar is just an observer in the SAARC. If we'll include Myanmar in SAARC group, it may lead to, definitely it may lead to the better relation of India and Myanmar in future. Earlier, Myanmar should be, and definitely it should always be at heart to encourage BIMSTEC relation. Government of India can also encourage certain business houses. They can encourage business houses like Tata's and Birla's to take certain initiative and to make certain investments in Myanmar. There are certain operation, number of army and naval operation can also play an important role in handling the insurgency activities across the border, and will definitely lead to peaceful regional area. So that these are the suggestion, and these are my suggestion, personal suggestion, that we can implement, we should implement for better India Myanmar relations. Buddhist diplomacy, I'm sorry I forgot about it, but we share Buddhist diplomacy with them. We have a huge population of Buddhist religion, and the major religion in Myanmar is also Buddhist. So this is also a very common a common parameter which we both of the countries share, and it can definitely help both of the countries to have a very cordial relation. See what happens with in the visit of Prime Minister Modi. Prime Minister Modi assured support in different sectors and acknowledged their problems. We in the joint statement, Myanmar reaffirmed that its respect and sovereignty of the territorial integrity of India, and steadfastly upheld the policy of not allowing any insurgent group to utilize Myanmar soil to undertake hostile acts against India. And Myanmar also appreciated Government of India for upholding the same. So, apart from that, PM Modi visited so many places in Myanmar. He has visited one famous temple, that is Shud Dagon Pagoda in Yangon, the famous Kalibari temple. Prime Minister Modi also visited the grave of last Mughal Emperor of India, Bahadur Shah Zafar. He visited Ananda Temple in Myanmar's Ancient City, and more than 11 agreements signed between India and Myanmar related to naval security, merchant ships identification, coordination with corporation and election commission of both countries, cultural exchange, health and medicine sector, IT skill sharing, skill development, and many more. So that is all from my side related to the relationship between India and Myanmar. Happy learning.